Good evening and welcome to NACTV Bigger Bingo for Wednesday, October 4th, 2023, broadcasting live from Nipawin, Manitoba. And before we get started on the bingo tonight, these are your rules. Our license number is LGCA 6052 MBI 35606. First rule, one ball will be drawn at the beginning of the session. This ball will be the tuning number for Game 3. Number 2, when bingo is declared on more than one number, only those who declared bingo on the earliest number called will be declared winners and eligible to win the prize. Number 3, each bingo game will be closed when a winner or winners have called in and their cards have been verified, and it has been announced 3 times that the phone lines are open to receive your calls and the game is declared closed. No further calls will be accepted with regards to that closed bingo game. Number 4, final win confirmation occurs when the winners present their date stamped sheet containing the winning card to NACTV studio. Number 5, prize money is split evenly among multiple winners with a minimum payout of $25. Number 6, in the event of transmitting or telephone problems which prevent continuation of play prior to the event's start or at any time during the event's duration, the game will be rescheduled or resumed on the next Wednesday night. Players will keep their cards for the following Wednesday and they will be accepted. If a player is unable to play the following Wednesday, they may exchange their cards at NACTV Studio for a future game. Please check the NACTV.tv website or call the office for confirmation of those games to be played. Number 7, Game 1 is played to a blackout on the gold cards. Jackpot in 50 numbers or less is a minimum of $1,000. After 50 numbers, Game 1 continues to a blackout for a $100 consolation prize. Number 8, Games 2 and 3 are played on the colored cards. Tonight's purple. Game 2, the X game, has $150 available to be won. Game 3, which continues on from Game 2, is a blackout. Jackpot in 52 numbers or less is a minimum of $500. After 52 numbers, Game 3 continues to a blackout for a $100 consolation prize. And number 9, if Game 3 is won with the tuning ball number drawn at the beginning of the session, the winner will receive either the jackpot or the consolation prize as well as the tuning pop. Okay, good luck everyone. Let's find out what our tuning number is. Our tuning number tonight is going to be G49. So G49 gets thrown back in for Game 1, and that's our tuning number. Okay. Playing on the gold colored cards, looking for a blackout. Jackpot in 50 numbers or less is worth $16,886. And your first number out is under the B9. B9. Under the O73, O73. Under the G53, G53. Under the O75, O75. Under the O71, O71. Under the I-24, I-24. Under the I-29, I-29. Under the G56, G56. Under the N36, N36. Under the O69, O69. Under the I-21, I-21. Under the B8, B8. Under the I-22, I-22. Under the I-30, I-30. Under the G46, G46. Under the N31, N31. Under the N37, N37. Under the B14, B14. Under the B2, B2. Under the G49, G49. Under the B13, B13. Under the G55, G55. Under the O68, 068. Under the B15, B15. Under the B10, B10. Under the G50, G50. Under the G57, G57. Under the O66, O66. Under the O64, O64. Under the O62, O62. Under the B7, B7. Under the N40, N40. Under the B12, B12. Under the N42, N42. Under the I-28, I-28. Under the N32, N32. Under the N34, N34. Under the G51, G51. Under the O65, O65. Under the O63, O63. Under the B5, B5. Under the I-17, I-17. Under the I-23, I-23. Under the G58, G58. Under the I-16, I-16. Under the I-18, I-18. Under the N35, N35. Under the G52, G52. Under the G54, G54. Under the O61, O61. And that is your 50th number. So we'll pause here for 2.5 minutes, see if anybody calls in with a bingo and wins that pot of $16,886. Numbers 204-476-2639. And we do have a couple of new announcements tonight. The Nipawin Area Health Auxiliary invites you to attend a free education day on Tuesday, October 10th at the Nipawin Legion Hall, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. At 1 o'clock, there will be a discussion regarding medical assistance in dying. At 2 o'clock, there will be a palliative care presentation by Charlotte Murray. It's free admission, coffee and cookies provided. All are welcome. For information and confirmation, call Ruth Hankey at 204-476-5256, or the cell number is 204-841-1842. On October 19th, Nipawin and District Chamber of Commerce is hosting the Harvest Celebration evening, where shops and businesses will be open until 8 p.m. There will be kids' activities at the courthouse, sponsored by Nipawin Co-op, and at the courthouse there will also be a hot chocolate fundraiser. There will be a free movie at the Roxy, sponsored by the Rotary Club of Nipawin, and a library book sale and marketplace. And if you've come across any instruments like an old trumpet, clarinet, trombone, flute, or saxophone that you no longer need, the Nipawin Band Program would love to have it. Please call a middle school or the Nipawin Area Collegiate and ask for the band teacher if you'd like to donate. And the phone lines are open to receive your calls. And for the third and final time, the phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any calls, I declare this game closed, and we'll go on to our consolation round, still playing on the gold colored cards. Looking for a blackout, the next number is under the N43. N43. Under the I-25, I-25. Under the B3, B3. Under the O74, O74. Under the N39, N39. Under the O72, O72. Under the N41, N41. Under the O67, O67. Under the B6, B6. Under the G60, G60. Under the O70, O70. And that completes the O's. All your O's should be covered. They have all been called. And we do have a caller. So the number in the hoop hasn't been called, so it's not a valid number yet. So we do have a caller. 1456. And they bingoed on O70. So we do have a valid bingo on O70, which is the last number called. And we do have one phone line open to receive your calls. One phone line is open. So after this game, we will be moving on to our purple colored cards. To play our letter X game, and then from there carry on game to a blackout in 52 numbers. well, a blackout. You just get more money if you win in 52 numbers or less. And our 6186. Another valid bingo on 070. We now have 2 winners on 070. And we do have a phone line open to receive your calls. Okay, our tuning number is G49. We're looking for that in game 2 and 3. If you see it in game 2, well, the tuning pot will grow because it needs to be won in game 3. That G49 will be the tuning number. And our tuning pot is at $4,431. And we sold 101 cards last week. And we do have another person calling in. Okay, nobody's calling in now. Okay, the phone lines, both phone lines are now open to receive your calls. Both phone lines are open. Okay, I have one more announcement here that's new. Miles for Mental Health presents Trauma and Grief with guest speaker Susan Rabichuk. It will be at the Neepawa Legion on October 26th at 7 p.m. It's free. All ages are welcome, but content does include sensitive subject matter, so child attendance at the discretion of parent or guardian. It says, we are all impacted by trauma and grief. Let's come together to connect and learn how to take care of ourselves and others through challenging times. Any questions, reach out to 204-841-0932 or milesformentalhealth@gmail.com. And both phone lines are open to receive your calls. And for the third and final time, both phone lines are open to receive your calls. And not hearing any further calls, I declare this game closed. And our winners on the Bonanza Consolation were Maxine Harper of Carberry and purchasing the cards here at the station, and Heather Davey of Neepawa purchasing the cards at Harris Pharmacy. Congratulations to Heather and Maxine. Okay, we're set up for game 2. As soon as I get all the balls back in the hopper, we will start. Okay, looking for letter X as shown on the screen there. Playing on the purple colored cards, but remember, cover all the numbers that I call because it will be a carry-on game to game 3. So you do need these numbers from game 2 for game 3. Under the N, 37. N, 37. Under the G, 59, G, 59. Under the G, 51, G, 51. Under the G, 55, G, 55. Under the O, 70, O, 70. Under the O, 72. O, 72. Under the O, 64. O, 64. Under the I, 27. I, 27. Under the N, 38. N, 38. Under the O, 71. O, 71. Under the N, 33. N, 33. Under the I, 25. I, 25. Under the N, 44. N, 44. Under the I, 17. I, 17. Under the B, 6. B, 6. Under the G, 49. G, 49. Under the N, 43. N, 43. Under the B, 13. B, 13. Under the B8, B8. Under the I-19, I-19. Under the I-18, I-18. Under the O66, O66. Under the O73, O73. Under the G58, G58. Under the O61, O61. Under the N45, N45. Under the G46, G46. Under the O75, O75. Under the I21, I21. Under the B9, B9. Under the N42, N42. Under the B14, B14. Under the N39, N39. Under the N32, N32. Under the G50, G50. Under the I29, I29. Under the N34, N34. Under the B4, B4. Under the B12, B12. Under the G48, G48. And we have a caller. So the number in the window is not valid for a letter X game because it hasn't been called yet. Waiting for the number to verify the bingo.
4310.
Okay. On B12. Okay, one number back. One number back. Okay, one number back. Valid bingo on B12. And we do have one phone line open to receive your calls. So I'm going to repeat these announcements that I made earlier. Miles for Mental Health on October 26th is presenting a trauma and grief presentation with guest speaker Susan Rabichuk. It says, we are all impacted by trauma and grief. Let's come together to connect and learn how to take care of ourselves and others through challenging times. It's on October 26th, 7 p.m. It's a free event. All ages are welcome. However, the content does include sensitive subject matters, so child attendance is at discretion of parent or guardian. Any questions, you can reach out to 204-841-0932 or milesformentalhealth@gmail.com. And our usual community announcements here. Evergreen Environmental Technologies between Minnedosa and Neepawa is open Monday to Friday, 8 to 4, and Saturdays, 8 to 3. They will be closed on October 9th for the Thanksgiving Day. So that's the next day they're closed when they're normally open on the Monday, but they won't be on October 9th. Oh wait, we've passed that one. No, we haven't. No, we haven't. Never mind. Okay, now I'm getting confused. Okay. So they will be closed on October 9th, as will a number of other businesses. Okay, for the third and final time, the phone lines are open to receive your calls. And not hearing any further calls, I declare this game closed. And our winner on the Big X was Lorraine Demaray. Congratulations to Lorraine of Neepawa, purchasing the cards at Harris Pharmacy. Okay, tuning number has been called, so the tuning pot will be growing. We are now going to be moving on to the blackout and 52 numbers for a pot of 7,133. And now you can, well, you probably already covered 062 for some of you, but it is now in play. So under the 062, 062. Under the B3, B3. Under the N31, N31. Under the B10, B10. Under the I-20, I-20. Under the I-28, I-28. Under the N41, N41. Under the O65, O65. Under the B11, B11. Under the G47, G47. Under the B1, B1. Under the G56, G56. And that is your 50-second number, so we'll pause here for 2.5 minutes and wait and see if anybody's got a bingo and can claim that jackpot of $7,133. Okay, so again, for the Nipawin Area Health Auxiliary, they invite you to attend a free education day on October 10th, Tuesday, at the Nipawin Legion Hall from 1 to 4 p.m. At 1 o'clock will be a discussion regarding medical assistance in dying. At 2 o'clock will be a palliative care presentation by Charla Murray. There's free admission, coffee and cookies are provided, all are welcome. And info and confirmation, call Ruth Hankey at 204-476-5256 or cell 204-841-1842. And on October 19th, the Nipawin District Chamber of Commerce is hosting a harvest celebration. Shops and businesses will be open until 8 p.m. There will be a library book sale and marketplace. Free movie at the Roxy, sponsored by the Rotary Club of Nipawin. A hot chocolate fundraiser at the courthouse. And at the courthouse will be kids' activities, sponsored by the Nipawin Co-op. So these are our upcoming community events happening. The community meal program through hand is available Tuesday to Friday. It's $11. Call Vicky or George at 204-476-5218. And the phone lines are open to receive your calls. Phone lines are open. And for the third and final time, phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any calls, I declare this game closed. And we'll move on to the consolation round for $100. Still looking for a blackout on the purple colored cards. Prize of $100. The next number is under the G53. G53. Under the N36, N36. Under the O74, O74. Under the O63, O63. Under the B7, B7. And we have a caller, so I won't need that number. Won't need the number in the window. Probably.
6861.
6861. One number back or?
Yeah.
063? Okay. Valid bingo on 063, one number back. We have a valid bingo on 063, one number back. Okay. Well, waiting to hear if anybody else calls in with a bingo and get the information and our timer to count down. Let me give you a few titles for what's coming up on NACTV. So some of the things that are coming up is Neat Titans Hockey will be on. Fierce Female Hockey Club. It's new. We'll have the Decision Makers. Some basketball. Coffee chat with Leslie Milligan on the Newcomers Coat Room. That's new. Coffee chat with Rafael Flores of the Nipawin Basketball Community Group. Some volleyball. Onano Fall Market, it's new. Nipawin Titans Hockey. And let's see. Nipawin Tigers versus Swan River Tigers, that'll be new. Let Them Fly Art opening is a new program. Or Ellen Peterson at Arts Forward is a new program. You can check out the listings for yourself at nactv.tv if you have internet. And my timer is up. Okay, so for the phone lines are open to receive your calls, and for the third and final time, the phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any other calls, I declare this game closed, and that will wrap up tonight's bingo. And our winner on that last game was Noreen Frame of Nipawin, purchasing the cards. Nope. Purchasing the cards at Harris Pharmacy. Okay. Recapping for the evening tonight, the Bonanza Consolation was won by we had 2 winners, so they'll split the $100 pot. Maxine Harper of Carberry purchasing cards from NACTV station here. Heather Davey also won on the Bonanza Consolation of Nipawp, purchasing the cards at Harris Pharmacy. The Big X was won by Lorraine Demaray of Nipawp, purchasing the cards at Harris Pharmacy. And Noreen Frame won of the Blackout Consolation, purchasing the cards at Harris Pharmacy, and is also of Nipawp. Congratulations to our 4 winners. And that wraps up tonight's game. I hope you had some fun. I hope you win next week. Okay, anyways, take care. Have a great week. See you next Wednesday.